Say, let's light this candle. It's Monday. Rockstar Pure Zero. Fresh can. Tangerine. Mango. It's time for another original podcast. Your favorite audio edition on the video platform. Fear-mongering radio. We do spread fear and cheer throughout the world, domestic and yes, abroad. All 50 states can hear me and all the other countries. You let my people go. Russia. But it's cow shit, Cowpote. I don't know what my baby girl calls me. I don't know what she calls me. I saw New York Daniel weighed in on the when I did the one on Nomadic. I did do a video for Marky Mark because he said I'm jealous of Nomadic. I was eating ice cream on the way home and I decided I did one over the channel tomorrow morning for Stephen A. Smith and Wheelock should be ashamed. These guys are making it's like me. I'm fighting with my girlfriend. You know, we fight back and forth. We're going to and whatever. But New York Daniel came in, made a comment down below. Good for Daniel to come over and die on his feet. Appreciate it. Shout out to him. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving with your mom and your mom's house. We always like New York Daniel, the dimwit, to come in the show. If I do meet up with Santa Claus in March, I want to recreate the video of Dingling with that scared look on his face with Santa Claus. Then just go, morning! You know, like I look scared. That's the video of the year so far. I see Baron Exposure wants me to prove the proof. I would never dox his lovely widowed wife, this new guy. Deep fake, Daniel said, so I wouldn't do it to her. He's all bitter. This new one I don't like. He's kind of more angry. Put me in the notes. Appreciate it very, very much. Guess he told Santa Claus to go bark at the moon. I went to Chick-fil-A today and had the 30-piece barbecue, 23 something it was or something like that. I'm like, holy balls, but I got a nice tip, so I had at it and ate it for lunch today. So I'm eating out all 3 days because it's Thanksgiving week, so 3-day week. And I will do Black Friday breakfast with Stu Ellen as we head down to Iowa. Anyways, I was listening to a World War II video, and they kicked off September 1st, 1939. They invaded. Both did Russia and Hitler. Let's say Vietnam. I was talking to Carl, and he said, "Who, if you know World War II, who would Squirrel Bait Parody be?" And I said, "Well, she can be Rommel. She can be his future wife that they both took on. She could be the brown shirts, Hitler's wife, or she could be second in command and be the leader of the second in command was the propaganda. So she could be the leader of the propaganda." Gerbil, whatever his name was, so she could be that behind BlindViews. She could be Eva Braun if she wanted to. That's fine. Be Hitler's loyal girlfriend, or the second in command to Adolf, the secretary. It was with the secretary, whatever the hell it was, of propaganda. What was your job in the Third Reich? I was head of propaganda. Okay. You're a board member of a SPAC. What were you board member of? Fear mongering. What's his name? Zane B put it on his resume, and so Chris Rance from Jack2.com. They're on a board. They're board of directors. I actually got a phone call. I said, "Yes, they're very good at what they do." When Butt Cheek Sports did the same thing. Got a job at McDonald's. Got a phone call from McDonald's, California. I said, "Yes, I do know who he is, and he is on my board of directors." But yes, they invaded, kicked off World War II. We got dragged in, of course, by Japan, who eventually capitulated September 2nd, 1945. But in between that, we had to nuke them. We had to storm those beaches and free those Jews who were deported and slaughtered like pigs. Final solution. We did snap necks to those trout and free those Jews. I guess the Holocaust didn't happen. We only wish it was true. Go see Schindler's List. Some pretty good parts beginning when we wooed him over. But you don't. If you can't walk out of that theater with a tear in your eye, you're a heartless little bastard, which I can be, but not when it comes to that behavior. I got a D- on my report at West Junior High in 7th grade because he said it didn't happen. My father was furious. My mom was outraged. He who has the gold sets a price. But yes, we're now speaking English. And if we failed and Rommel would have been able to pull up whoever was there, maybe we wouldn't have. We eventually did. Then we had the police action, Korea, the forgotten war. Vietnam should have been none but done, but it could have done in 2 years. Like the Kuwaiti War, Desert Storm, Afghani War. Men and women blue, God bless the working class. The Air Force, Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant National Coast Guard, the Air Uniform. Thank you so much. Balls the size of ovaries the size of oak trees. Thank you so much. May you have a good Thanksgiving, wherever you're at listening to me, and men and women. And to put extra plate out for the missing. We always dedicate our NFL season to domestic violence. You don't need to show blood for lava. You don't need to see the punch to be outraged. Ray Rice, who in the bloody white suit. You know the difference between choice and mistake. The big difference. Squirrel Bait has yet to apologize for her behavior with a child in a video. I guess she was in my live stream. I didn't know, baby girl. Could have called the show. I know I'm not going to do a live stream to do this. I like the music in my ears. I talk to the music. No one called anyways. And that soon will be deleted because no one cares about that live stream. One simple platform. This goes up on 30. 31 with the one you're listening to right now. 7 million that you can listen to. But you have your choices in life. My dad told me that. I wouldn't shower in the shower of Penn State. I would not shower in that shower. Sven Johnson, he shall not be named. Biggest hater passed away. Paul Dembski. I used to troll him all the time. That he was, I'd call gay bars in his area in Vermont. Say I was coming with my buddy. My name was Sven Johnson. He would rage in the chat, would rage. Very homophobic. I told him someday some gay black man will have to help, just like BlindViews. He said would never ever miss pills. He did mix pills for his ills and he died. Overdose. Felix the cat, when I was used to be live, came in and put his obituary in there. He made a poor choice. Remember when you carried the groceries? My luck, I would knock her up like a cheerleader if I was a single man and she was single. We'd meet us at Super 8 and have me as my wet, filthy sex and bareback it. Me and her be together forever. Create a child, but you do carry the groceries. AIDS will kill your herpes, last forever, and gonorrhea in the peanuts. Peanuts, like Mr. Rose, line there, line now. It's like Magic Johnson. Do you have AIDS or not? Line there, line now. Please put on a condom. Don't like two men having consensual sex. I understand. You can't watch two women. That is not a very Christian thing. A very Christian thing to be doing. Okay? Because you're watching gay sex and you want to staple a man to a fence in Wyoming because of who he made love to. Can't be in red tube looking for two women. Can't do it. I mean, to me, it's one ween in the room. Me and Amberly Ambrosia, my new girlfriend, would be having that. It'd be just three, and that's it. But no other wiener in the room. But to me, maybe $40, you never know. A lot of gay friends said if I ever want to go to their side, I have to call them. So I have about 3 or 4 that always said, Cowpote, when you decide to come to their side, let me know. I'll be there for you. It's okay. And also, during this holiday season, wherever you're living, do me a favor. Calls from murder by the phone. Don't drink and drive. Other people are murdered by drunks making poor choices. Orange jumpsuit. You can't go to Canada because you're a convicted felon. Oh, Canada. Okay? Just call someone. Call Squirrel Bait. Call my baby girl. Squirrel baby girl, you know? She was coming to see her lover. I guess I didn't say to you. I didn't see you, that baby girl. I think you have me chat blocked, so if I couldn't see you, you have me chat blocked over there on BlindViews. That's why. So I couldn't see you. You blocked me, so that's the problem. You could have called the show, but instead you sat in there silent. Couldn't come talk to your new beau. But that would, you call the show, you would be able to, the Fuhrer would be mad. The leader of the brown shirts. Those are my public serve myself and all my board members. We speculate, damn it, you win. The Cowboys keep storming back. My goodness. So what did I write so far? Week 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So tonight, fortune cookies can win. I'll have 10. It'd be interesting to say at least. So I'll have just 1, 2, 3, 4 wrong. Oh yeah, so I'll have, so whatever. We'll see what happens. I can get to 10. Be nice. Getting lucky picks. Here for your mom, we have 464 listenable episodes here on Spreaker in the last 30 days, 130 downloads. Sources: Chrome, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. They pay me. I appreciate it. This month payments will be $120. Safari, iFox, Podtrack.com, XCOM, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Godpod.com, and there's a whole bunch. If I do a whole one here, it gives me all of them, but there's so many out there, it's not worth it. But United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Japan, South Korea, that's interesting, Singapore, 4 floors of horse, South Africa, and let my people go, Colombia, Estonia, Ohania, Ghana, Hong Kong, Kenya, Norway, and Slovenia. So South Korea, let me see, DAEGUE, and then GEOLLABUK-2O. Thank you, in South Korea. I appreciate you coming to the show. Geolocations, United States of America, Canada's been 7 times. 20-something listens. We have Georgia, on my mind, California, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Mississippi. There was a, I call it Sue Ellen. It was a Mississippi, a giraffe named Sue Ellen passed away. She was 25 years old, something like that, in Mississippi. Alaska, Idaho, Pennsylvania, Tennessee. I think that's still gateway drug. Yeah, gateway drug. Georgia is Dalton, and Atlanta 3-3. So thank you guys. New York is Massachusetts, Springfield, Minnesota, Woodbury, and Lakeville both once. And up in Idaho, it's Boise. Thank you. In California is Los Angeles and Fremont twice. Tennessee is Nashville. I love Nashville. It's fun. Party time. Mississippi, Pine Canyon. Ohio. Could that be my girl, baby girl, Nashville? Bensalem in Pennsylvania. Thank you. But anyways, I appreciate all the IPs, even over on YouTube. I can't see them. I mean, there's a way you can look for them. I mean, who's coming, whatever it may be. And I appreciate everybody comes to this. I really do. There's just 7 million things you can come listen to. And I appreciate when people call the show. With the football season for Regalia, that's my priority on a Sunday, and I live streamed. We've got the condom, so don't forget about the. That's the condom you put on, okay? I live streamed. I don't know what day that was. Oop, we got a phone call here.
Call from
KCGrits.
KCGrits.
This is a collect call from the group home.
Well, what the heck? How you doing?
How's it going, buddy?
Good. The phone's fixed, and you're here live.
Okay.
I just got...
Is Beef Stew live?
I don't know. He hasn't called yet. We'll see if he calls the show. New York Daniel made a comment on my Nomadic Fanatic one about the unsafe bus. He made a comment. He said
We're close. We're getting close to getting New York Dan on the show.
He is.
He's probably asleep right now.
Well, he said that he can't talk about Nomadic Fanatic because that's against the rules of BlindViews. Kind of funny. Because I made I got a comment.
You've been covering him now.
I got a comment from Mark. I'm like, Mark, I did a video up later eating ice cream. Mark, I'm not jealous of Nomadic Fanatic. My point, I'm not a hater. It's like, Mark, he has that blind spot down there. He's an idiot, man. I'm not jealous of this moron. Come on, man. Because we talked about it, I talked with Carl about this. You know damn well he hasn't weighed himself for that bus. You know he hasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, it's got to be over.
And if he blows by, knowing him, he'll blow by a weigh station and they'll hunt him down. He'll do it.
Well, he's going to drive by it and he's going to think it doesn't apply to him.
Yep. And he's going to get hunted down. And then, like I told in the video, and I talked to Carl on the phone, there's a weigh station when you come across the river there. And you come across, and I saw a Walmart truck in there, which is rare, and I think it was the Swift one. One of the ones it was, both had red stickers on them. So, I mean, they're not going anywhere. They weren't going. I think it was Snyder.
Does the air brake endorsement, does that go by state?
I don't know, but he has no idea what he's doing. And if you go listen to Wandering Gypsy, she introduced people to this guy who she likes, who he met. It's him and his dog, and he has a basic bus he got in Oklahoma, and he's retired, and it's him and his dog. But guess what? The bus has got the door the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? He drove off with the bus.
Yeah, but it's a regular bus door.
Yeah, he has it's a basic bus that the guy has, the one you see all the time, not a pusher like he has. And I get it, man. And I'm glad that he can run around and spend people's money, but I'm not jealous of this idiot. If I'm going to be doing an RVer, I'm going to nice RV parks, and I have the money to do it. And I'm not going to have a.
The only thing. sorry. That's
okay.
The only thing that I don't like about the naughty bus is not decorated in a way that I would decorate it, but that's fine. I mean, I don't think that detracts from the value of it or anything to Eric, but I don't like that door. I don't know why he's so obsessed with a house door.
Because he wants
he wants the security of a deadbolt lock, I guess, but you can just block that bus door.
Yep. And I was telling Carl on the phone, if at night you pull a shade down, but he wants to make it look like a house. He wants this uniform behavior. It's I don't care what Mark says. It's an unsafe vehicle. And some cop might just pull his young ass over and go, what the hell is this? Because the other day I was downtown Minneapolis and some homeless guy just decided to walk out in front of me. And like I said in the video about the bus, the Ford shuttles are the best shuttles because you look straight to your right. Here in town, MTC has a bunch of shuttles to pick up handicapped people all the time, right? They're all over town. If you came into town and came down 94, you would see about 10 of them as you came through town. They're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? They're the best one because you look straight out to your right. There's no blind spot. You know what I'm saying? It's just...
So his blind spot would be bad for turning left or for turning right.
Correct.
I mean, it's just not a good spot for it to be.
It's so dumb that he does it. And I'm not jealous of the guy, Mark. I'm not a hater of the guy. I only watch all his videos. I just saw the last one. It happened to come up on Sunday. I'm going to watch it. I'm like... And I look at it, you still have that blind spot. How dumb. I'm like, look at this. Like, okay, I love the color, and I get what you've done to it, but that door thing is like, he does stuff just like we put the video game in there. You know what he did that for? To say, because I can. That's why he did the video game, because I can. And he was going to piss off BlindViews. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he wants to go to those. So I didn't know about this, but this school bus people, these schoolies, they have these big not conventions, but like meetups or whatever.
Yep.
And he wants to fit in with that group, and he wants to go to those things and say, I bet I'm the only one with an arcade machine in mind.
Yeah, well, I think he sold it. I think he sold the machine. I think he sold it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that's what I heard at BlindViews, because I listened to BlindViews today to see what he had to say today, and I guess must be my Squirrel baby girl is Patreon. Has his Patreon. I guess he was doing something with the vehicle, and he misplaced the radiator thing, the top, the cover. And you know what he did? He put like something over it and some to cover it, thinking it would work, and it didn't work. So now he's stuck somewhere, and he wants prayers. He thought,
oh man!
So he put something around it, thinking it would help the pressure. Well, no, it's so what I heard from BlindViews is that probably someone's on Patreon telling him what's going on. So he's stuck somewhere during a storm. He needs prayers.
Well, they took all that when they took all that heater stuff out of there. That had to mess up the cooling.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's just
I don't know. He's a harmless. Well, I guess he's some kind of a felon. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a felon.
In general, he's just a harmless moron, and he's only hurting himself.
Right. Well, I guess he went to drama school, from what I understand from Carl, so he knows about a storyline on YouTube. So that's what he does. He buys stuff because he can, and he's always wanted the bus. So I get it, the bus. But again, like I said, we're working on the 2 fire trucks, and they finally get the blueprints done. We're ready to do the final 2 trucks. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do it right the first time. If I'm going to have that bus up my cabin, I'm going to put it up there, and it's going to be like a living space for the nieces and nephews, and it's going to be on a concrete bottom. Guess what's happened? I'm going to have my nephews do it for me. We're going to get blueprints out. We want to be able to sleep 6, and everything's be done right the first time. Or if I'm going to buy one to drive around with, guess what? I'll have someone do it for me, or I'll help out, and it'll be done right. We're going to lay the blueprints out. Where do we want the black water at? Where do you want this? Where do you want that? And I'm not driving around with cats either. Cats don't like to drive. That's just you're torturing those kitties. You're torturing those cats, man. I mean, what the hell's wrong with you, man?
Before I forget, I had 2 things.
Go ahead.
One, whatever day you did the New World Order video.
Yes.
And when you talked about, or not when Haggy Rance talked about the RV or the camper that got crashed into.
Yes.
And Haggy Rance said, "No more camping for you, young man." I had to rewind it and listen to it like 3 times. You're done camping for now, young man. And in your comment section, Beef Stew said I was low energy. Well, I'm sorry, Beef Stew. Maybe I'll make a video of me making baby poop.
Yeah, because we were going to drop my truck off to get the Tommy Gate, which got fixed, and we're going up 694, and there was two different RVs that were in this accident. The one that he got hit from the front and the back, and no more camping for you. The other one kind of the front, but he didn't get in the back. But the other one had a nice trailer, and the front end of his Ford was pushed in, and the back of the camper was pushed in. So there's no camping for that guy.
Yeah, he's staying in a hotel tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was unfortunate. He had, we had an inch by it. He had Colorado nice license plate, so he was going somewhere. And why he'd be in the left lane in the first place with going across the river? Why you would be like that? Don't ask me.
That's the kind of stuff that like those dumbasses that you see, the nomads, or like Sarasota Tim. If you have a trailer, you need to be in the middle lane or the right lane. And it doesn't matter. Really shouldn't be going. You know, like Tater has that trailer behind his bus. You really shouldn't be going like fast enough to be in the left lane if you're towing. Correct. Anyway,
but I mean, it's unfortunate. But you're staying in a hotel, man. The trailer was trashed and the truck was trashed. So whoever this guy is, he's probably still in Minneapolis. I mean, he's probably still here trying to figure out what he's going to do, because the truck was pushed all the way up to the engine. You know what I'm saying?
So when you see those campers when they're damaged, you realize like what tin cans they really are. I mean, they're very, very light.
When I go to those RV shows from my other channel, I walk through them with my camera. They just feel cheap and they look cheap. They just the bigger those things get, the worse they are. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just. Then a couple of the big fifth wheels, there's actually stairs in these things, and it's like old people don't like stairs. You know.
I was in a fifth wheel that was built maybe within the last 5 years, I would say. I'm trying to think about exactly what year this was. Anyway, it was like an expensive fifth wheel.
Oh yeah.
And these people, they traveled in it. I wouldn't say they lived in it full time, but I would say that they lived in it, maybe 3 months out of the year. And you could already tell that this thing was falling apart. And like you said, when you walk through it, you feel like if you fall down, you might fall through the floor.
Correct. Go listen to Liz Amazing. She does a really good job. She's had one guy, he's really a nice man, and he spent, I think, $200,000 on it, and he bought the what do they call it, the A ones, the big ones, what do they call the Class A, and when they drove it from where they made it to where he bought it, it broke down. When it was screwed up, it broke down twice while it was getting fixed. That's how bad the thing was, and they wouldn't let him go up on top and look at the roof because the ladder wouldn't hold him, and then someone did. They fell off it, and the roof was all screwed up. And it's like, I'm listening. No, there's no way I'm taking that thing off the lot till someone looks at that bad boy, because he had problems again. There was one guy who spent $700,000 on something, $700,000 on one, and all they have is had problems on the bastards. I see these videos. I'm like, I've been at these RV shows. It's like the small ones are okay. They're somewhat nice, but you get these real big Class A's. They missed a weld. The guy bought it because he sold his business to his son, right? So he probably had money, great, and he bought a really nice $700,000 one. But all he had was problems. They just make them so cheap, and then they won't take them back.
Right.
And it's like,
well, I mean, they're not. They just, the trend of living in them is really like something else.
Well, you know what happened?
If you look dollars for dollars, you could almost get a single wide trailer for close enough to the same price that some of those people buy those fifth wheels for, and they park them in the same trailer park.
I'm just going to basic side of the Airstreams are nice. I'm going to get myself an F-250 that I can have the back come out back and forth. I can drop it somewhere at a really nice RV park that has water. I can go play golf at public golf courses. I can go to the local zoo. If I'm in the Baltimore area, I can go to a baseball game, whatever. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be staying out on the Man the Moon out there with a bunch of idiots out here, in Cortez. You can travel around with make it simple, but these people, what happened during COVID? Everyone thought they could just go RVing. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to know what the hell you're doing. It's like, it's just.
Well, I think people thought that they could spend, $60,000 once and then live on nothing for the rest of their lives.
No, it costs.
And those things just aren't made for long-term living.
Right. Well, you can long, but you don't. You want to stay someplace for as long as you can, because the more you drive them, the more they wear and tear. And I'm not. I saw one the other day. He had a big Class A driving, right, and he's pulling a four-wheel drive behind it, plus inside of it is a four-wheeler. So you have 3 engines you're pulling. You have 3 engines that you're doing. Are you kidding me? So you have this huge Class A, you have a four-wheel drive you're pulling, and then you have a four-wheeler in the back. I'm like, really? I just don't get it. I saw one time a guy.
And you see people towing trailers with them too.
Yeah.
So instead of flat towing a Jeep or whatever, they'll have like a Jeep on a trailer.
Correct.
And if this is your residence that you live in, mm-hmm. and you're towing something, however many days a year you drive, like, what do you do when the transmission goes out on your house?
Correct. Well,
where are you going to stay while that thing's at the shop? They're not letting you sleep inside of that thing at the dealership.
That happened with what's her name? Carolyn RV was getting her truck fixed, and she wanted to sleep in on the property. And the guy goes, no. Wouldn't let her do it. She was mad. It's like you can't have a liability problem if someone breaks in while you're sleeping and rapes you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He'd be lying. I get the guy. She was all pissed. It's like, it's just, I get it.
That's a huge insurance liability.
I'm pulling my house, and me and you are traveling around together. We're going to have a basic Airstream, and we're gonna travel around. We're gonna put our golf clubs in there, our bikes, and we're gonna drop it at a park with brother. We sleep together, a big king size bed, not a big deal, but we enjoy the country. We stay at places for a whole month. There's a place up in Apple Valley next to the zoo. You can stay for the whole month for one. I think it was like $400, which is cheap, and they have water, the whole 9 yards. It's a clean place. You're close to the zoo. You're close to Minneapolis. That's what I would do, because I'm going to enjoy the city of Minneapolis for a month. You know what I'm saying? And then take my truck or my car and go into town and go see things. Come back every night at my place, enjoy myself, you know. But I just, you know, this whole Tater thing, Mark, I'm not jealous. I'm not a hater of the guy. I don't hate the guy. I just don't like unsafe driving. I don't like it. I drive enough. We've talked about this before. You know, I don't like unsafe trucks. I don't like unsafe people at work. I just don't like it. It's just, you know, accidents happen, but they're preventable accidents. Like that guy that you're not camping anymore. Was he following too close? Probably, because it looked like he hit him just like a dead stop. Like, I mean, because he crushed. You know, the one car that hit him was turning the other direction. So I mean, he hit that pickup truck in front. He hit that thing like on a dead stop because he probably wasn't paying attention. That was like 7 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? In the left lane.
Yeah, and some of these people are amateurs when they first buy them, and they're traveling with them, and like they don't know. Okay, I'm hauling a truck with a trailer behind me, the camper, whatever you want to say. It takes longer to slow down.
Correct.
It takes longer to get going.
Yep.
You have to plan your turns more carefully.
Correct. That's why those Class A's, they should have to go to a driving school before they get in the road. They should. Okay, you're not in a Class A, but Tater should have to take that bus for a driving school. You know what I'm saying? I get all this stuff, but
it has air brakes. That's why I was asking about the endorsement. Like,
I don't know.
If it's state to state, he's a Texas resident, I guess.
Yes.
So you have to see if Texas requires an air brake endorsement.
Correct. But
if it does, I'm sure he doesn't have that.
No, he doesn't think it applies to him for whatever he reads. And hey, I hope it works out for the guy. I hope he has the time of his life this winter. His new property, and he can troll BlindViews, who just obsessed. I mean, BlindViews is jealous of him. Would I love to be an RVer? Yes. Would I do it his way? No. I would get a van. Yeah, well, whatever you want to get. I mean, there's other ways. I like
the van life one.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, but I'm not getting a school bus. Like I said, at my cabin, there's 4 couples, and 2 of them each have a basic bus, and they pull behind them a car, and then there's two other couples that have fifth wheels, and they park them all next to each other, and it only costs $100 a month to stay at on property where my cabin is at, and they go back to Arizona somewhere, but they're like 4 couples have been doing this for 10 years. They come up to Minnesota, they park the bus, and it doesn't leave till they go back down again, but they've had the buses for 10 years because they just take them up to Minnesota and back down to Arizona. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. And they rent, what they do is they rent a porta potty, and they all pay for it for the whole summer. You know, they use a porta potty.
Yeah.
So they rent it. So they don't, you know, but it's, the bus goes here and back, and that's it. And they go, we get it looked at once a year, and he goes, if we have a problem with the diesel, you have to, like Carl said, you have to, if he wants to get that thing fixed tomorrow, he has to wait in line. In Wonder Hussy,
and he can't stay in it.
Right. In Wonder Hussy, her sister dated a guy who had a bus, right? I remember she did a video on it. It's a diesel. So what happened? They live out in the middle of the desert, right? He broke down. So guess what? He had to have it towed to Las Vegas. It cost like $400, and it took a month to get it in Vegas to get it fixed because it was a diesel. It took 4 weeks to get it fixed. Because they don't you have to wait behind the semis and other things. It's not like you buy the basic small, like the Ford shuttles I've seen. You can bring those to any shop, and they'll somewhat work on them. You know what I'm saying? So, because they're just basic gas engines. Because the smaller special buses have the gas engines, and anybody can fix those. But the diesels isn't just, KC's body shop,
Right.
Speaking of your case, your Chicklets got lucky against the Cracker Jacks.
Yeah.
They got lucky.
Yes, they did.
And they play the Cowboys on Thursday.
Well, so I was going to say, I'm kind of nervous about the Cowboys now. They're looking good.
But I think if he turns him loose against my Cowboys, if he turns him loose, I think they'll you guys. He should, just like he did Super Bowl last year at the end. If he turns them loose in the secondary, and they can win. But the Cowboys have.
They don't ruin my Thanksgiving.
Because my Cowboys have real good run defense now. They've really gotten some good.
I know they have Quinnen Williams.
Correct. So they have a good run defense. So if he has to turn, tired Santa Claus has to turn Home Slice loose. He does. He's got to turn him loose. The big red tomato. But you know how it is.
Did you see the food stealer had a receiving touchdown?
Yeah, the food stealer. I saw that. His first one. Did you see the food? Did you see his dance he was doing? So,
yeah, he's awesome.
I love the food stealer.
He's got to be the best teammate ever.
Yeah, what?
He has to be the best teammate ever. Like, you know, everybody on that team loves him.
Oh, of course. He came from the Florida felons out there down in Florida. He's a gangster, man. He's got a great gun. He's just, I mean, he's playing with house money. He's still in the National Fix League because there's no quarterbacks anywhere. So it's like he could play for. He's kind of like a left-hander in baseball. You know what I'm saying? You never have to wave goodbye. You never have to wave goodbye.
Yeah.
It's just that's what Tom Kelly.
He's good for like 2 games every year.
Yep.
If you need him for a backup for like a couple games, he'll get you 5. He'll get you 1 win, 1 loss.
Yep.
But you don't want him starting.
Right. Well, what's his name? McMahon, who played for the Packers. He took 2 snaps, I think, for the Packers and made $400,000. He was a backup for the Magic Man for 1 year with the Green Bay Packers. I think he took 1 or 2 snaps the whole season. So, I mean, think about that. You made, after taxes, you made $200,000, give or take. You know what I'm saying? So
to hang out.
Yeah, just to have a clipboard. I don't blame the guy. You know, Minnesota now, Mickey D is going to be in concussion protocol, so they can have the local Minnesota guy play.
Again?
Yeah. So I think they want to haul past what they have. But here's the thing with him, and people listening, I apologize for talking football. That's what this fear-mongering is about, is that when they drafted him, I told my wife, I said, he did nothing in college. He just did enough to win the championship. And Mr. Cheater made him sound like, oh, we got a phone call here. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Come on. Hello. Hang on. Hello.
To accept, press 1.
Hello. Hello.
Still just me.
No, it was a Florida number, and I answered it. I tried to get it to come in, but it won't come in. So maybe we can try it again.
Florida number. Maybe it was Sarasota Tim. Maybe it was Dinger. Maybe he was going to call in. Dinger, he's called before.
Mm-hmm. Dinger.
Yeah.
I tried to get him on. I don't know who it was. I tried to. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if it was.
What a bummer.
I don't know. It's too bad, man.
Dinger.
There you go.
Man, I was gonna ask you something. There's somebody's video I watched. Dang, I don't remember now.
You see Bear Exposure?
I watched it when we were talking. That's what it was. Did he delete it yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. I have questions because he's acting like they haven't even begun the process of building, but like a year ago he was saying that they were going to build this year. So are you lying then or are you lying now, Alfie? He wants you to show the proof, show the email. Like you can't just make a freaking fake Photoshop image. The email address is Mrs. Exposure.
Yeah, I love the thumbnail because he took the thumbnail off the video when I was pretending to be BlindViews evil twin brother. You know, so picking my hiney. That was epic as hell. I thought that was funny. I thought it was hilarious.
MzVicky, Thick and Rich put out a new video, but I didn't watch it.
I did see that one. She was, what was she talking about? She was talking about something. I can't remember what she was talking about. But she was, Oh, she was, I can't remember, but she was just being thick and rich. She was talking about different, she wants to be, she's going to practice being a vlogger because she likes Chris the girl. She was at some place and a bunch of vloggers were there. So she's going to practice at the dollar store. Woman, you just sit in your car and fight for a parking spot. You're not, I just can't see thick and rich being a vlogger. You know?
You got to go, I think it's on the shorts. So New York Dan has been doing shorts now, except they're the long shorts. So instead of it being like 2 minutes or whatever, they're like whatever the longest.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
So I think it was on his shorts. He's at the dump, and he has this trailer, and it looks like it's a homemade trailer, and it also looks like it's like 50 years old. And then he's driving like a kidnapper van, like a windowless work van that's like so rusty. and he took his like his tree brush and stuff to this dump. But he's showing these welds that he did. He says he welded this trailer. Oh my God, you gotta look at it.
Okay.
There is so much. The welds are so thick. You gotta look at this. People were giving him such a hard time. They were saying, looks like you should have left that van and trailer at the dump when you were there.
He's such low-hanging fruit. He's so funny that I saw the video that he thinks that someone slashed the tires on the trailer. That was kind of funny. Like, shut up.
And in that video, you can see those tires are like 30 years old. They have green mold on them.
And it's probably not even his boat.
Dry rot.
It's probably his family's boat. It's someone in his family's boat or someone he knows' boat. It's not his boat, okay? It's like, come on, man. I mean, I get he wants to have the persona that it's a day trailer. You know, I picked up a family, I think 6, and they were going on a cruise, and they were going on the Carnival, and I'm like, I just bit my tongue, and I go, inside cabin. Oh, there's 18 of them, and they're all on inside cabins. I'm like, oh my God, you guys.
You should have told them to look up New York Dan.
I wanted it so bad. I said they're going from Monday to I think Friday, and they're going to some island, and they go on the 2 private islands. Like, oh boy, you going on Carnival cruise? Good luck, you know. But
there's another video he posted. He's been doing the shorts because the shorts are paying money.
Yeah,
you know him.
Yeah.
There's another video he posted where he's like working on the boiler for his house. Now, I don't know anything about this. I think that's like a New York thing. Do they use boilers to heat their house like the way that we use HVAC?
Yes.
Okay. I've never seen a boiler in somebody's house. You should have seen this contraption. He's in there working on it. I think he built it himself.
Yeah, New York Daniel. He's just if I get lucky to be Carl, I want to recreate the video of him and Dingling sitting at a table, and I'm gonna look at the camera and go, oh, there you are, and then just act like I'm scared the whole time. Look in the camera, you know. That's what I want to do. When he did that with New York, that was the video of the year when New York Daniel was with Dingling. That was the best.
In one of BlindViews' videos, he was saying that AI was going to replace Hater. But do you think he's just upset because Darling made a video and got like 12,000 views, and she's an AI channel?
Probably. Who knows? I mean, he again. BlindViews is just. It's the guy. It's just all he does all day long above the garage is watch other YouTubers and RVers. He wants to be the YouTube police of RVers. I mean, I bitch about people too as well, but that's all he does all day long is watch other people. And he doesn't like it if I talk about Nomadic Fanatic or Mark does, or thing with Carl, and then New York Dan's talking about him. He hates that. Even what's your name? That's his main potatoes. But now that all the other haters are talking about Nomadic Fanatic because he's more exciting than Sarasota Tim, that's going to piss him off because people will go to Carl and maybe they'll go to New York Dan and listen to a long form idiot than him sitting with a close up video of him looking at the camera. You know what I'm saying? You know, sitting there reading off a script. You know,
well, all the haters, they really should pay attention to like what Darling does, because like Singer and MzVicky and even Carl, like, I mean, they make videos really frequently about Sarasota Tim.
Right.
Which, I get it. If you're covering a guy that makes 8 videos a day,
correct,
then you kind of got to stay on top of it. But, like, Darling hadn't released a video in, like, a month.
Right.
Maybe more. And she released, like, a 3.5-minute video, and it's just basically like a recap a little bit of Sarasota Tim, but mostly it's, like, giving him a hard time. But I think it's almost 4 minutes long. Anyway, it had, like, 10,000 views in one day. She's easily, hands down, the best one. And so that's why Dinger's making all these crappy AI videos now.
Yeah.
Because he wants to, like, capitalize on that. But,
I did the music.
Move on and cover somebody else.
I did the music for fun. They didn't get it. It was I paid the 2 months subscription. I had a great time doing it, but I do my videos in my car. I walk in the woods. I make comments on people. It's original content. You know, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to waste AI doing these AI videos. Like when Dinger dressed up as Sarasota Tim, it really showed how mentally ill he was. He dressed up as Sarasota Tim for Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
I don't know.
It'd be like
I've said this before. He's just kind of sad.
It's just kind of like me dressing up. Me dressing up as Wonder Hussy, or Wonder Hussy, you know, or even BlindViews. I mean, I did the blind, the evil twin brother for fun. Did 2 videos, you know, walking like he has stuff in his pants, whatever, walking back and forth, having fun. But it's just me dressing up as the Daily Woo or Carpetbagger or something, because let's say I bitch about Carpetbagger every single day, right? I bitch, so then I'm going to do I'm going to dress with Carpetbagger on Halloween. That's mental illness. You know what I'm saying? That's mental illness. That I'm dressing
That's what I was going to tell you. New York Dan was talking about the Daily Woo again, and about how he's better than the Daily Woo.
Yeah, so guess we heard that from? Heard that from me.
Look at me, Daily Woo.
He heard that from me.
I think it was on today's video.
Because he heard that from me, because I mentioned him in my podcast. You know what I'm saying? The Carpetbagger
says he's better.
Yeah, no, the Daily Woo is he's over in Italy right now. He's over in Italy, and
man, if that was Beef Stew calling and we missed it, I'm going to be mad.
I don't know, because it said Florida, and I tried to answer. It won't let me answer. I don't know why. So then I don't know if it was him or not. So it's too
I'd like
bad.
to think it was Dinger.
Oh, Dinger! It'd be fun to get Dinger. New York Dan would be fun to have on. Let me see if there's any messages on here. No, we don't have any message or anything. You don't see New York Dan. Let me see if it's Mark you LOL. Let me see. I don't see anything. Let me see. Voice. Let's see. I don't understand what you wanted me and whatever. What's November 17th? Unknown caller. No, I don't see anything on here. I mean, I do see it on my call log here. Let me see. So I don't know if it was somebody it was a phone call was weird, but don't know. It was a 954. Maybe it was just somebody calling me.
Hey, there you guys are.
There you guys are. No, it would be nice to have beef stew. I still want to get squirrel bait. Well, I did that live stream the other day.
You still triggered by squirrel bait?
No, I'm not triggered by her. I just love giving her crap. No, I'm not triggered by that woman. I'm not. You don't. If you want to take a run at me, I'll take a run at her. I don't really care. I mean, I think it's funny. I like calling her baby girl. No, I'm not triggered by her. Trigger to me is when you start swearing and threatening people. That's
squirrel baby girl.
Squirrel baby girl. When you triggered, which I've seen, is like I've been following. On my other channel, I'm doing a video. I've been listening to Stephen A. and Wheelock go back and forth on YouTube. That's embarrassing. Those 2 idiots are triggered, especially Stephen A. Smith on Wheelock.
Everybody hated Whitlock when he was here.
Oh my God!
Everybody.
That's what I heard. He
came from here.
Yeah. So but it's like because the guy he makes fun of people of color, and Stephen A. did a 45-minute video on this guy yesterday. Then his response was, Jason just sat back and talked about his whatever. But these are 2 professional people talking about sports. So what me and you did on week 12, you came on, we talked. We don't get paid to do that. Stephen A's making $20 million a year, and he's worrying about Jason Wheelock. If I'm ESPN, I pull him in the office and go, listen, you represent us when you're doing your stupid stuff. Just stick to sports. You know what I'm saying? We're paying you a lot of money. I'm dead serious, man. All he's doing with Jason Wheelock, he's punching down because people don't know.
Punching down and he's platforming him.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
People that probably haven't heard of him.
Exactly, because he's on the Blaze, and that's Glenn Beck. And Glenn Beck is why I named my podcast after him. I have the picture of him fear-mongering on my podcast here. It's fear-mongering because he was my fear-mongerer. Glenn Beck is my brainwasher. So I named Fear-Mongering Radio after Glenn Beck because he would spread fear and cheer on his show. Everything's coming to an end. Get your seeds. We're going downhill. He did this for years. You know what I'm saying?
There was a radio station here for a while, and it was like a comedy radio station, which is kind of interesting.
Yep.
But they had like some talk shows on, but then they also would have like this comedy stuff. And one day they switched formats, but it wasn't like this big deal. Like just suddenly you turned on the radio one day and it was a different format, and they switched the format to that conservative talk radio. And so I turned it on expecting comedy, and I get Glenn Beck. I was like, whoa, hold up.
Yep. I don't mind Glenn Beck. He used to be really good, but then he became so far right. Wheelock likes to preach about God, but he's also very hateful. You know what I'm saying? But all Wheelock does is he's kind of like a BlindViews. He bitches about people. That's all he does. Yeah. He doesn't do like me and you talked football the other day. We gave our opinion on things, which people want to hear. They don't want to hear fantasy football. I don't talk that. You know that. You come on my show, we talk about your chicklets, we talk about my cowgirls, whatever we do. But all Jason Wheelock does, he bitches about other people above him. You know what I'm saying? That's all he does. Because he's on some company that because he can't work for the Fox or ESPN anymore because he's an idiot. And he complains about, he likes to rip on black women. He loves to, ESPN people, all the black people, he loves to do that stuff because he's so righteous. So he's being paid to bitch about other people. He doesn't really talk about sports. He bitches about other people in the sports business. That's all he does. And Stephen A, shouts all the time. He just screams all the time. Stephen A, I don't get it, man. Why he has to scream. He
also talks trash on your Cowboys all the time.
Yeah, I know he does. He likes to rip up my Cowboys.
When he first came out, I really liked him.
Yeah, but now
when he was first on ESPN, I really liked him. But I don't really watch.
I don't watch ESPN because he called Drake.
I don't have cable.
He called Dracula a liar because Dracula said, "Who's Cam Newton? What show's he on?" He called him a liar. I didn't know Cam Newton had his own show on ESPN. I didn't know that. I thought he had his own podcast. So I would say the same thing.
He has a show on ESPN.
I guess he does once. I guess he does, and I think it's called, if not First Take or something. He's on because he's been on ESPN now. And Drake said, "I don't know who he is, what he's doing," and he called him a liar. Then he tried to backtrack on it. And Portnoy, who's Jewish, and was protecting Drake because he was in the with the owner of the Chicklets. I mean the Tea Party or something. I call him Mr. Happy Ending. They were in the thing together, and so he was, because you know what happened with that. Remember getting the hookers? Remember you get the massages? So Portnoy's Jewish, and so is he. So he goes, well, the Jews run like a tribe. So he was pissing and moaning about that. So Stephen A. says, well, I was just kidding about calling him a liar. No, you weren't. You called him a liar twice on the show. So Portnoy defended their quarterback because they're claiming that the New England Tea Partiers are fool's gold, or what I would say a paper tiger. I mean, they're a good club. I mean, we'll see what happens. But I mean, so he calls him a liar because Drake said, "Who is Cam Newton? I don't know about his show." Not all athletes watch ESPN, a-hole. Okay, if I'm living in KC, I'm a quarterback. I'm going to listen to the local radio station and what you have to say about the club. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ESPN. I want to hear local flavor, what you think about me. Okay, I'm not going to ESPN. I have better things to do to listen to Stephen A. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because the Chiefs were bad for so long.
Oh yeah,
and then they were just sort of average. That all the local radio stuff used to be pretty critical or like pretty balanced, I would say. Mm-hmm. But now that they're so good, it's just insufferable because they're so good that they don't have to do any local spots if they don't want to. So the stations, they just like ball watch them all the time so they can get access.
Correct.
It's horrible. They've been bad this year, and they're just like give them time. They have a plan. And it's like, you can be critical of the things that they're bad at.
Correct.
I hate that.
Well,
There's no integrity in that, journalistic integrity.
Well, it's one thing about the chicklets, the tired Santa Claus. I love the guy, but when he gets behind, he doesn't know how to play. He doesn't know how to play from behind. I mean, he came back against Indianapolis, but when the tired Santa Claus is down by 2 touchdowns, like last Super Bowl, he quits. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to change his game plan. That's his biggest problem with tired Santa Claus. And when you do have a fall, you're going to have a long fall when you guys fail there.
Oh, it's going to be horrible, dude.
It's going to be it's like New England did after Tom Brady left. I mean, it was a long fall, and I'm good to see Dracula playing well, and and I like success. And here in Minnesota, Mickey D sucks, and he can't throw the ball downfield because he did do it in Michigan, and they're proving that there was a dumb draft choice. So
they should have kept Cousins.
I know. No, they should have kept Donald Duck.
Yeah,
that's what they should have kept, but they didn't do it. Now he's out. They're going to Emerald City. They're going to get killed. So.
Hey, I have like maybe 10 minutes. Can we call Carl?
Sure, I'll call Santa Claus. Let me see. Hang on a second. Don't go anywhere.
I want to talk to Carl.
All right, here we go. We'll go call Carl. We'll see what Carl is doing. Here we go. All right, here we come, Carl. You little shithead. Here we come. Dun 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 dun.
No.
Hey, hang on. All right, here we are. Carl, you're on the show. You're on there with KCGrits. Welcome.
KCGrits.
KCGrits.
Did you call me low energy?
Called what?
He said I was low energy.
Oh.
That hurts my feelings.
He does hurt. He does try to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah, I'm not low energy.
That was Beef Stew who said that you were low energy. Beef Stew.
Yeah,
that's what I said, right? Beef Stew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the chef.
Carl didn't say I was low energy. Carl doesn't like that I have fake accounts to comment on stuff. He wants to know he's talking to me.
Oh, I don't care, but I get tricked by him because I don't really pay attention to him.
I have to make it because
whatever the account says it is who I think I'm talking to.
Dinger blocked me, so I had to make a fake account. Because I was telling everyone that they should give money to his Buy Me a Coffee because he must need money if he has a Buy Me a Coffee. So we should help him.
Well, yeah. You can talk to Carl because Carl is the protector of Dinger. Because remember when the Baron exposure, he went over and protected his uncle. Remember that? He went over and told him don't fall for it. So.
I told Barry in exposure happy birthday and he told me to fuck off.
Doesn't he know that you're the public defender of the Sarasota haters?
I don't know. It's like, fuck up. You're making fun of me just like all those other guys.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious.
Did you see on Thirsty Thursday that BlindViews talked about you, Carl?
No.
At the beginning of this week's Thirsty Thursday, he talked about all of you guys.
What did he say?
He said that he was talking about the brown shirt thing. You didn't watch it? None of you watched it?
When was it?
I listened to it. I don't think he talked about me directly. I think he said there's some guy that makes fun of people all the time and nobody ever talks about him.
No. He said that Cowpote was a brown shirt, that you guys are the brown shirts following Cowpote. And then he said that you guys have a problem with people talking about Sarasota Tim, but you, Carl, talk about Sarasota Tim every day.
Yeah, I do.
So he was saying that Mark and Cowpote should have a problem with you.
Really?
Because you talk about Sarasota Tim.
So
BlindViews has some weird logic.
So I'm the brown shirts. I'm the leader of the brown shirts. I didn't know that.
He was saying that they're the brown shirts by following you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then MzVicky, somebody called MzVicky a brown shirt, and she said, "I didn't know what it meant."
Oh Jesus. They don't know their history. They don't know their history of what brown shirt means. They don't know the brown shirts rose to and her, because Carl gets all mad that who Squirrel Baby Girl should be, and I said she should either be Eva Braun, or Hitler's second in command was the minister of propaganda. That's what he was. The second in command. Goebbels. Yeah, she could be Goebbels or she could be Eva Braun. So, well, he listens to what I say, so he's always listening. So he knows I'm saying brown shirt. So he listens.
Yeah, but then he says he doesn't, just like Barium says he doesn't listen.
Yeah. Well, where did he has always said I don't. BlindViews says he doesn't listen to Sarasota Tim. He says it like 10 times.
People tell him.
And he listens. He listens to Carl. Carl, you're his outlet because you cover him. That's your business. And if it's does Dinger talk about him all the time or not? Does
Dinger talks about him every single day.
Okay, so he goes to Dinger and you. That's who he goes to. But he's still listening to him. He still wants to know what Tim is doing. He does.
Well, Dinger is the new, because BlindViews used to say he watched Carl, and he used to say he watched, when he was still Grifters Anonymous, Mark. Now BlindViews always says Dinger. He calls out Dinger by name.
Right.
So Dinger must be on the payroll.
Well, he only talks to people in his chat. When you make a comment down below on the messages, if the only ones he says anything to are the ones that give him money. If you go down the message, certain people he says he answers are the ones that give him money. That's the only because what's her name has given him money on before. Thick and Rich, she gives him money, so that's his baby girl, Thick and Rich. She gives him money, so.
Carl, I have another question. I've been waiting. We haven't called you for the last couple weeks because I've been busy whenever I call in.
At the group home.
It's my night to cook spaghetti at the group home. When you made your video a couple weeks ago, Carl, and you said that you were trying to think of a YouTuber that you didn't like, you said the only one that you could think of was Beef Stew.
Yeah.
I want to know what Beef Stew did to you that hurt your feelings. Because you like everybody, but you don't like Beef Stew.
He didn't really hurt my feelings, but Beef Stew is just being mean to people to be mean to people, and I don't like that.
True.
But you don't think that. Now I'm just. This is just a question, okay? You don't think that what Dinger does is mean?
Not really. Dinger's just doing parody.
How is it parody?
And I don't think Cowpote's mean to people either. He's just doing parody.
Well, I can see, okay, so parody, yes, I could see parody, but okay, I don't disagree with you though, by the way, because I think that Beef Stew thought that he was going to come out, and I thought that he expected the support of the Sarasota Tim viewers, but what he didn't realize is that 65% of Sarasota Tim viewers are all the people that also watch the Hater channel. So
yeah, I mean, Beef Stew is
he came out just to be that
person. Yeah, he's
right.
a mean person.
Whereas Dinger makes videos and asks for money on Buy Me a Coffee. So I get it.
I think Dinger regrets that he set up a Buy Me a Coffee.
Didn't take it off of his...
Exactly.
He has it in the thing of all of his videos.
I'm not dependent on him on that. I just think I think if he had it to do over, I don't think he would do it. But he did do it, and he's got to own it.
I don't. Do you know what that's?
Speaking of own it, when do you move into JJ's new house, Carl?
JJ. Yeah, JJ's my benefactor.
When do you move into JJ's new house?
That's a good one. Well, we own it December 1st. When we move in, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I was thinking of you, KCGrits, this morning. That one girl who murdered somebody, the Slender Man, she escaped from her group home, and they found her.
Yeah.
I thought
we have some crazy people in these group homes, dude. I'm telling you.
But she escaped.
Who's the other group home person?
She escaped from a group home, and she
escaped from the group home.
Yeah, and
who?
The girl that was convicted in that Slender Man killing. Do you remember that from like maybe 10 years ago?
In Wisconsin, wasn't it?
Like, she was really young.
Yep.
She was really young, and they found her insane. They thought that Slender Man thing was real or something, and they killed somebody, and they tried to blame it on the Slender Man. I don't know. But instead of prison, she's in a group home with people like me.
We're going to do a Black Friday cooking show in your honor, so you'll see that come on Friday, Black Friday, before we go down to Iowa. So we'll have another KC Grits-Perkins cooking show. Have you told
you drive a truck over the holiday, Carl?
No. Actually, Thursday's my day off anyway, so I luck out. But I think I got to drive Friday. But I'm
off Thursday and Friday, but I like to go Black Friday shopping with all the idiots.
We're going down to the casino to bet on week 13, so. Oh, I was thinking of Barium Exposure. Pat Benatar and Brian Adams are coming to town. I'm in November coming up here, and I think it's just November. I heard it. I think maybe I should. I have a person I know real well. He's a promoter. He could get me backstage for $100 each. I was asking him the other day. He goes, "Well, if you want tickets, I get you backstage. I could fly the new imposter out here. He could go meet Pat Benatar and say, I talked about you on my channel. I talked about you." So.
Well, if you could convince Barium Exposure, if you could do that, if you could really get Barium Exposure to come with you to the Pat Benatar concert, I would totally pay for part of his plane ticket. That'd be the greatest thing that ever happened to my Sarasota Tim YouTube weird world.
Mm-hmm. I tried to explain to somebody about the Sarasota Tim behaviors, and the guy looked at me like, it was today at work, I was talking about something. He goes, "How's your podcasting?" I said, "Well, I'm in the middle of a troll war." He goes, "What do you mean?" So I said, "Do you have time?" He goes, "Yeah." So I explained you, I explained Carl, the public no defender, and Dinger, and New York Dan, and all these people. And he looked at me, he goes, like the Fraser said, what's the color of the sky in your head, man? What's the color of your sky? He goes, "Cowboy." And I said, "I don't know. I just got involved with these people." I said, "Carl's a good shit. We have the man on the moon. KC Grits is in a group home." I said, "We all have the time of our life." I said, I said, "Thick and Rich, Mighty Python." I said, my new crush, my new girl. I guess she was in my live stream, and I didn't know she was there. I didn't see her.
Yeah, she was.
The person you're triggered by?
No, I'm not triggered by her. You know that. I'm not triggered by her. I think it's just fun to make fun of her, and she's playing along with me, and I like it. She's making comments on my videos. She knows what to do. She's not stupid. She's having fun with it. So she's.
Sorry, Carl. I cut you off, Carl. Go ahead.
Oh, well, Barium Exposure, in his last video, he was trying to explain how him and his wife got two comped hotel rooms at a casino. One for him, one for his wife. But yet, he didn't really gamble enough money, and he came out ahead on the whole deal.
He says that he knows a trick. He knows how to play the game.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
I know for 100% certainty that there is no way that you get free hotel rooms if you don't gamble more than what a normal hotel room would have cost.
Correct.
More than what? Because
they know he'll come back anyways. Even if he did, they know he'll come back for more. You know what I'm saying? He'll come back for more and pay for it later. Okay, let's just give that benefit of the doubt. What's that commercial? You can pay me now or pay me later. Carex, I think it was. He's lost at least
$500 more than one for them to comp him more than one room.
Correct.
And that's the reality.
Yeah, because they know if they know they're gonna give you a room, they'll bring you down there because they know you're gonna lose it. That's so true. It's like I get it. He likes to play nickel slots and hang out and talk about me. That's what he likes to do. And Pat Benatar hit with your best shot. That was so funny when Old Man Nation gave me some crap about going to the concert. He was so mad about that. That was. The triggering that man went through, and then me announcing his death, and he was so bitter about that. In the latest video, looking in the camera, and the thumbnail is my favorite thumbnail, me scratching my hiney. It's just the best, man. I mean,
Oh, yeah. What does your wife think about all this?
What does she think about this? She just shakes her head in disbelief. She just
No, Carl, what does your wife think about all this behavior?
She's just like Cowpote's wife. She knows I'm an idiot, and she lets it go.
So I was listening to New York Dan while I was drying up the dishes and putting the dishes away, and my missus, she said, "What are you listening to?" And I said, "You don't even want to know."
Exactly.
And she was like, "No, really, what are you listening to?" And so I tried to. This is the first time she's busted me listening to this stuff. Not busted, but you know what I mean. And she's like, hold on. She's like, how many videos do you watch about this? And I was like, you don't even want to know. I said, I even call into a podcast that talks about this. And she was like, oh my God. She told me I need to get another job so that I don't have as much free time.
Yeah, that sounds like what my wife would say.
She said, you need to get a second job. You got too much free time.
Well, you should play it back. You should play it back here on the show to her. Play it back to her. You know?
Oh, yeah. She would love it. She'd be thrilled that this is what I do with my spare time.
From the group home. I told her one day while we were cooking, I told her that, and she looked at me, she mouthed, is that true? You know, she goes, is that true?
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I like the group home. I also like the KCGrits-Karl cooking show.
Yep, that's coming out. That's coming out on Friday. We're going to do a Black Friday one, so you'll see that one on Friday. Right after I get it done, it will go up, and I think it's great. I told my wife, I said he was bitching the podcast that it wasn't good enough as omelet, so I said I had to make a KCGrits-Karl cooking show. You know, I said he was whining.
I wouldn't have had high expectations for Perkins if it wasn't for your omelet video.
Are you serious?
You said you learned how to do that at Perkins.
Are you serious?
Yes, you said you learned how to do it at Perkins. Your omelets look good. Yeah. What I got at Perkins did not look like your omelet.
Well,
I'm serious. I'm not messing with you.
Well, I appreciate. Well, what's his name? Our buddy Beef Stew said I burned my omelets.
Yeah, because they look terrible. But he makes baby poop. He's a hot dog chef that all he knows how to make is pudding.
Yeah,
and it doesn't even look like pudding. It's so thick.
His comments are just mean. They're not funny.
Yeah, I know.
Like the JJ being my benefactor, that's funny. And then the other funny one I loved is, call Carl. He's at home. He's already been fired. I love that one.
That I said?
Yeah,
he didn't say JJ would. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, somebody was commenting on one of your videos about JJ making the down payment. And somebody said, is that true? Yeah.
You
sends you clothes.
Like I said, it's.
I have to do a thing when I move in, and a special thanks to JJ and Beth.
It's not even your house. It's just JJ buys and flips properties, so you're just renting from JJ.
I've always said Carl's message, Carl's, and sometimes mine. Comment section is the Polish funnies. It really is. It's epic. It's the Polish funnies, and same thing with Bear Exposure. It can be and same New York Dan's comment section
Dan's comment section is the best.
Yep, it's the best.
Oh yeah, they're brutal to him. I even commented on it. I said, "Wow, your comment section's pretty brutal." And he's like, I love it.
Yeah, it's so true. You can, if you want to laugh, you go to New York Dan's, you go to his, then you come to mine. If you want a good laugh, because mine are always about my listens, and I just comment back a heart or something, whatever. And Mark and my baby girl, who gets them triggered over, is they're fighting back and forth. It's epic, and I had to release a few of hers that were being held by YouTube. I went in and had to release them. Because they were held. YouTube held them. So I had to release them.
Oh, you might know about this. I was telling Cowpote this. Cole, isn't there like some kind of a group chat or like a group email chain of like the Sarasota Tim haters?
Group chat.
Maybe you're not in it. There was one at some point in time. There was one because Squirrel like threatened Mark with like comments from like the email chain or something.
I wasn't in it if there was one.
I think it was back like when it first started, when there was like a Sarasota Tim gossip forum that got taken down. This goes way back, you guys.
It was a gossip.
I remember something about that. There was.
It was like the bakery or something.
Yeah, the bakery. It was like. It wasn't Reddit, but I guess it was a place like Reddit. where people would congregate. And like you said, maybe it's called the bakery or whatever, but I
because his name is Tim Baker.
Oh, so maybe a website or something, I don't know.
I gotta go cook the spaghetti for the group home.
Okay.
So, nice to talk to you, Carl. Nice to talk to you, Cowboy.
Okay.
I'm off for the holiday, so I won't be calling in the rest of the week.
Okay, no problem.
I don't have any phone privileges. All of the orderlies here, they're gonna lock the phone up. So.
Okay.
All right, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye bye.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving. I just saw Beef Womaine made a comment on one of my videos. He said, "Would you shower in the shower at Penn State?" I told him to call the show. So
yeah, call the show.
And because New York Dan made a comment on the Nomadic Fanatic, no idea what you're doing with Unsafe Bus, and it says New York Dan covering Tater now has been warned not to. That's BlindViews territory. Trolls saying stay away, stay in your lane. That's so hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I have noticed where BlindViews put up his video about him, but I didn't click on it, and now it's not my feed. So I'd actually have to go search it out if I want to watch it.
Right. Well, he just put one up on Mikey. I just saw it in my feed. I was looking. He just put one up on Mikey about projects. So, and whoever this is, Tyler6969, now Thick and Rich is doing Nomadic Fanatic too. So true. Yes, she is. That's hilarious. Yes, she is.
Oh, yeah, MzVicky did, and yeah, that's funny. Stay out of your lane, blind. You're going to get kicked out of the BlindViews club.
I think it's. I love doing it. I love when you do it. I love that she's doing it. I love it, New York Dan, because that's going to piss him off. You know, and I don't make a habit of doing it, but I think it's kind of fun to do it when I have time, and I want to watch the video and make a comment on it, because it pisses him off that people like me and you are getting out there and doing it, and that pisses him off. I mean, I didn't get a lot of.
I'm only watching it because I'm a trucker, and I'm interested in how his experience with the buses as far as driving it around.
Right.
And now that he's driving it around, I'm interested.
Right. But I love it. Now Thick and Rich is doing Nomadic Fanatic content too. It's hilarious. Skylar6959. It's like, yeah, she did one today. I listened to today. She's talking about him because, you know, New York, because Sarasota Tip is boring, and right now that's going to piss off BlindViews, but that people are stepping up.
How do you spell that? Because I looked for it, I couldn't find it. Skylar,
STYLER 6969.
Okay, cool. Because I looked for it, I couldn't.
Yeah, he's doing STYLER 6969. He does some. He has one on Sarasota Tim and Johnny Vegas, and then Crushing in Florida. He has one with Tater, and he has one with New York Dan in there. Hot Dog Chef Sarasota Tim. So it's just kind of, he's pretty funny. He makes comments on my videos, and that's fine. I don't care. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, if you think it's funny, I
don't care. I think it's great that he does it. That's cool. He comes over and makes comments. I follow him on this channel, so I think it's hilarious. So I like him. Good trolling. I mean, it's fun. I mean, as long as you can have fun. The one I did in Parodies in the woods after I talked to you, that's 178 views, but who knows why it's getting pushed out for some reason. Let me see how many dislikes I have on that one. One only. So I think maybe let's go look real quick. That's one when I was walking in the woods, you know, and I told her she should be.
Well, for some reason in my regular feed, I keep getting served up these Tim Baker videos that are 2 and 3 years old.
Yeah,
they'll have like 20,000, 30,000 views.
Yeah, they'll do that every once in a while. They'll give you old videos. Let's say if you discovered me tomorrow, let's just say if you follow my videos out of the blue and you weren't, you know, and you watch one of my videos, right? Then they would give you some of my older videos. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they gave me. I remember they gave me one time. It was like 10 years old and had such a baby face.
Yeah, so they'll do that. They'll give you. That's what they do. So if I found one of you too, they'll give me some of your old stuff. That's what they do. So if you once you watch stuff, that's like Sarasota Tim. If I watch Sarasota Tim for some reason, they're going to give me his old stuff too as well. That's what they do.
Okay.
You know, if
his older stuff was cool. He was drinking Jack and Coke, and he had this blonde chick.
You know, if I watch,
it's cool.
If I watch BlindViews, they would give me his old stuff. Same thing when I discovered what's his name? What the hell was his name now? The guy who passed away, Camo Dave. And they would give me some old, same thing, Wonder Hussy, when I discovered her, they would give me all her old stuff. You know what I'm saying? Once in a while, they would recommend me her old videos. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do. They will give you.
So what happens with Camo Dave's AdSense?
Good question. I have no idea unless somebody in his family has the bank account. I have no idea. It's a good question. Just like what's that one guy I pimped on this channel? He fell into a lake in Tennessee. What was his name? Hobo Shoestring. He was making money up the yin yang on YouTube on AdSense. He was making good money when he died. So I don't know what.
Yeah.
So he was making really good money on you. I have no idea.
I bet you unless it gets probated, YouTube just starts keeping it.
Wouldn't be surprised. But it was interesting when you talked about the pushback on the giving money and then people taking it back, and the money that YouTube's making on that, and people are finding loopholes to pull all the money back from people. They're finding a loophole. So they take it.
Bad conduct. I don't.
No, but I get if you want to take your back, but if you're taking other people's back because you find a loophole, that's bad. That's not right. You're taking someone else's money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it would be funny if you didn't like somebody, because you could put $200 in there, and you know they babble on and on about it, and then you can take it back the next day.
Yeah, but you're just enriching YouTube. You know, that's all you're doing, and Google when you do that, because like you said, you don't get the whole thing back. It's the people that are the bankers get their money. So.
Well, if you did it, it's because you're a hater.
Yeah.
You're a real hater.
Well, that's what happens with Carpetbagger. I've seen his live streams. People will make up his troll account, and they'll give him $10 and make a comment, and then he reads it, and then he gets pissed. And that's what he does. So they'll say, "Hey, why aren't you with Daily Woo or something?" You know what I'm saying? And he gets all mad. Well, why would you say that? But they say it to give him money, so he'll read it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to spend money to say something to Carpetbagger? Really? I'm like, some people are just strange. It's just I don't get it, man. I've seen that before with one time I happened to be watching a live stream for some reason, Yankee in the South, and he reads the chat room, and someone was saying something with money, and then he'd read it and shake it, but he would read it first and not say anything and say thank you. That's all he would say. He would read the hate comment, he'd read it first to himself, and then he would just say thank you and block the guy. So they were giving him money, but he wouldn't say it. He would look at it first, and then he would repeat it. You know what I'm saying? He was smart. He learned not to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was smart. Let him give you money and be a hater, and then you just read it and go thank you, and then that's what you do. So people are, if you want to give someone to. Again, I'm in BlindViews room, right? And I'm some hater, and I give him money to tell me he's a jerk. Oh boy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, BlindViews, you're a dink. You know?
Yeah.
I guess I could just say it in the show. I call him an a-hole. Hey, BlindViews, you're an a-hole. But
well, people are doing that to Timmy in his My Coffee.
Oh yeah, and one day I think someone played a thing back on that, and he couldn't understand why people were doing that. I'm like, I go to myself, well, let him do it, Tim. Let him do it. Let him buy you a coffee with a smart enough remark. Let him do it. Say thank you. That's what I would say. Thank you. You know, I'm not going to waste good suffering on Tim by to say, hey, you jerk. I find that hilarious. So I don't know, but I want Squirrel baby. I want my baby girl to do another video for me. I want her to do me a good AI video. You know, I do. I want a good one from her.
Well, she's got time, and she winds, like when you do lives and stuff, she winds up popping up.
Yeah.
I mean, so she's out there listening.
I wanted to call the show.
And a few times I went over to BlindViews, she was in the comments saying stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to come on the show, man. I didn't see her in the live stream. I think she has me chat blocked. That's why I couldn't see her. I think she has me chat blocked. I did not see her at all. I would have saw her. I didn't see her.
I don't see her as being a lieutenant to BlindViews, but I think she's similar-minded.
No, I disagree with you on that, Carl. She is a lieutenant because that's why she came after us on the. She's a white hat. No, I totally disagree, and I don't care. I get it. She is a white hat. She's.
It could be. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right.
No, just like the people.
That's the feeling I get.
The people that went after BlindViews, which was wrong when they went after BlindViews. And they went after one guy who was a cruiser who went after BlindViews and said who about his wife and stuff, and he got pissed off. That's a white hat. But no, she's a protector of BlindViews. She is a white hat lieutenant. That's why she was mad at me and you and Marky. She was mad at us.
Yeah.
So because
that cruiser that went after BlindViews was completely wrong. But then BlindViews shows his true colors and that he's just a complete bully.
Yeah, he can't handle that. I'm not some troll, a faceless troll like my baby girl. And I can respect New York Dan. I can respect Dinger you or Mark that shows their face and bitches, even the new Barium exposure. You know, I get it. I mean, if you want to piss some more people, show your face. But I'd love to have her call the show. I think she's a very, very good creator and could probably do a lot better than doing AIs on people on this Sarasota Tim. She should be on TikTok doing AIs. You know what I'm saying? She should be on TikTok.
Exposure is just righteous, and he thinks everything he says is completely correct.
Who? BlindViews?
And BlindViews. And his nephew, E4 Mafia came on and did a video about Tim got a mesh jacket or something.
Right.
Like that. I haven't watched it yet. But then I know he made a 25-minute video about Tim's mesh jacket.
Who did?
And probably about how it's wrong and it's not going to help him if he falls.
The E4 Mafia?
E4 Mafia. I'm like, I think it's all just missing the point. He's a 67 or 68-year-old man. If he falls off a motorcycle going 30 miles an hour, he's going to be in bad shape, and he's not going to heal.
Correct.
Because old people don't heal from major injuries like that. And this one doctor, I love it. This one doctor said, "Oh, I can do a 30-mile-an-hour fall, and I'll be okay." And the doctor says, "How fast do you think you can run at full speed?" And the guy's like, "I don't know, 7 miles an hour." And he's like, "Okay, run as fast as you can right into a brick wall." And then he's like, "And that's only 7 miles an hour."
Jeez.
And then they're like, "Oh, I guess I get what you're saying."
Yeah, when you go down on a bike, even like a bicycle, people go down on bikes, break legs, get paralyzed. When you go on a bicycle, same thing on a bike. You fall down, you're going to get hurt, man. I almost broke my ankle today stepping off a truck today because I stepped wrong. My left ankle went totally over. I'm shocked I didn't break it. I mean, I'm shocked I didn't break it.
The Joe Rogan show shows Evel Knievel where he jumps the Caesar fountains and he doesn't make it. Mm-hmm. And they have it slow motion. You've probably seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has. Where he's tumbling and then his back twists and then his legs twist. And he's like, that's not CGI. That's not AI. That's someone really getting messed up.
I remember that one. Yes, he went over the top of it. Yeah, some of his accents were just nuts. Just the way the body went. Yeah. I'm shocked he didn't die during one of those things. I was absolutely shocked.
Yeah. So even if Tim has a 30 or 20 mile an hour accident, it's going to be horrific for him because he's old.
Yep.
And it's not making fun of him that he's old. It's like, motorcycles for when you were younger. Ladders are for when you're younger.
Correct.
Once you get older, you got to avoid even being in situations.
Correct. Well, what do I always say about choices, right? I mean, you gotta. I mean, when I ride my bike, we didn't go out this year. I'm very careful. I bike, when I bike around. That's why electrical bikes.
Yeah, it's like when you lost your shoe in the stream.
Yeah,
it was just the poor choice.
Yeah,
and you knew it.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was dumb. I took the first 2 steps and I started to shrink. But maybe it's just a little. All of a sudden, down I went. Both shoes. I got one out. I didn't get the other one out, and I just walked out of the pond. And my wife goes, "Poor choice." I go, "Yeah." I said I should have never went in there to get the pumpkin. But I took the first 2.
If you got both feet, both your legs could have gone down. You got in a situation where you wouldn't have been able to get yourself out.
Correct. I would have, and I almost fell over backwards to my left. Then I would have snapped my ankle. You know what I'm saying? I got real lucky that I got out, that I was able to get one shoe out and pull my sock out of there, because if I would have been, it would have been a horrible time to get out of there. I mean, it was stupid. It was dumb to do that to get the pumpkin. I should have just. They ate it 2 days later. The deer did, but it was a stupid choice at my age to walk into this mud in area, which I thought was fine, but obviously it wasn't. No, you're absolutely right.
When I'm going in and out of the semis, it's supposed to have 3 points of contact. I have 4 points of contact.
Correct.
I put stuff in, and I take it seriously, because all I got to do is slip and fall out of there. That's like
it's just like this morning when I was getting out
on the hard surface.
This morning when I was getting out of the truck, I should have put the plastic bag down that I had with all my stuff in it and put it on the floor and hung on the steering wheel. I didn't. I tried to step down on the fly, right, and my ankle went to the left. And I grabbed the steering wheel at the last second. I'm damn lucky I didn't snap my ankle. I mean, again...
Yeah, that's it. One of my 4 points of contact is never the steering wheel.
But
it's always the metal bar.
I understand it, but I should at least had my right hand on something when I got down. It should have been the steering wheel or something that would help me ease down, because they don't have a rail there to get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, at least 3 points of contact.
Correct.
All time.
When I get out of my truck at work, I pull myself up on the side, and absolutely I pull myself. Same thing when I get out. Same too as well. I get out of the truck. Because you make poor choices, and you live and you learn from your choices. Well,
especially that one, because you do it all the time, you'll get complacent.
Correct. Well, my dad always told me, safety.
You won't notice the danger because you're doing it all the time.
Correct.
Every time you do it, it goes fine.
My dad said
it's going to be the one time it doesn't go well.
Right. My dad always told me, safety's a choice, not a mistake.
Exactly.
Anyways, Carl, I'm past that 90-minute point. I was going to call Mark and have a chance, because Mark says that I'm jealous of. I was going to call him, but I'd rather have him on for more than 10 minutes. I'd rather have him on for 20. But he said that I was jealous of what's his name, Tater. No, I'm not. I'm not jealous of him.
I know.
I'm not a hater either. I don't hate the guy.
We got to troll you a little bit.
No, I know. I understand, but I'm far from doing that behavior. I would never ever. I would never be jealous of Tater for being an idiot. I get what he's doing. I'm happy for him. I hope he doesn't kill anybody and has a great winter. I really do. I hope he.
No, I'm like, if I was a younger person, that might be fun, but it's just not card shooting now.
But I just hope that he gets it done while he's driving around town. But anyways, Carl, thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it with KC Grits. All right.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you.
I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one.
All right, Carl. Talk to you. All right, you guys. Fear Mongering Radio. I'm for over 9 minutes. Who that Florida one was? I have no idea who the hell that was. It came in on my regular phone, so maybe it was just somebody down wrong number. I don't know anybody in Florida that knows my number, so I don't know who that was. It came in on my regular phone, not on. So whoever that was, I have no idea. Could have been anybody, but it was a Florida number, so I have no idea. But anyways, it's too bad Beef Stew didn't call the show. Beef Stew, or my baby girl. But Nomadic, I hope everything goes well for Nomadic. I really hope it goes well for the guy. I really, really do. I want him to see him be successful. But it is what it is. But remember, the military. Talk about 1 and 2. September 2nd, capitulated. Japan did Mighty Mighty Mo. September 2nd, 1945. In between, snap and feed the Jews. Okay, that kind of behavior. All right. 1 and 2, forgotten Vietnam, balls of oak trees, and went blue, goblet bringing class. It's the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchant National Coast Guard. They're in on uniform. Appreciate it very, very much. I wouldn't shower in the shower at Penn State, and I don't run with poor people. Okay, I don't. Make good choices in your life. Safe sex initiatives. Real poor women, you carry the groceries. You carry the groceries when you get pregnant. And don't drink and drive, okay? All right? Don't have sex with women, okay? That's all there is to it. That's it. You put a condom on. Prevent AIDS, everybody's coming in the penis, okay? Fear-mongering radio. We'll see you guys all later. The next one, I don't know. But anyways, we appreciate KC Grits. Ladies and gentlemen, fear we are out.